Hello, Trashkin. I'm popping out up front because I forgot to do this on the intros, but, well, most of them. But this game does feature flashing lights, so if you have photosensitivity, either take all due precautions or give this one a skip because they're pretty much throughout. And a little side note, this game does tie into Funcom's The Secret World, also known as The Secret World Legends in the free-to-play version. You don't need to know much about it. You will get a little more out of it if you're familiar, but you don't need to understand it to get the gist of where we're going with this. So, enjoy, Trashkin. Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries and furs, it's noon. It's Halloween season. So it's back to Moons of Madness for us. Good evening and welcome to Trash Deer Gaming. I'm your humble host, your friendly bi-neighborhood raccoon on the spectrum, Rasp, a trash bear. And we're getting back into Moons of Madness because reasons. So, we're back to base. The mangrove has overgrown. Shocker. The filth, 0-point pathogen, what have you. The drippy tar. You can't help but feel somebody really enjoyed the infected oil from the X-Files a little too much. And the scientist who's acting real dicey. The one helmet. Alright, here we go.
Holy shit, the whole base is infected. Okay. Lucas. Of course no response.
Of course. We can totally trust Lucas. Lucas hasn't been earwigged? Why would you even say that? Lucas definitely isn't the cause of this. Certainly not.
Lucas was definitely here. He analyzed a sample of the roots.
Doubt. It's worse than I expected. Naturally, as soon as I saw what happened, I attempted to retrieve my notes and fabricate a counteragent. Inna must have anticipated my interference, as when I arrived to the door, an impenetrable root system and fleshy polyp blocked my pathway. It seems as though the vociferous plant sensed my presence. I was barely able to extricate myself from the encounter. However, I acquired a small tissue sample from my boot after wresting it from the vines. The analyzer identified it as a temporary counteragents, which I set to producing immediately. The vines are becoming more and more aggressive. I hope as the Uziri's injector is sturdy enough to pierce the roots. I must return to the laboratory in haste. Without a proper way to revise this reckless experiment, the base will not withstand the assault. I had warned Dr. Ina. I have butchered that word in every way I can, and I know it. About this exact type of incident, her ambition, unbridled by the constraints of moral values, has become her undoing. The limitless potential of the Z pathogen. They shipped us with the 0-point pathogen. They shipped us with the... Yeah, this is some typical Orochi planning. Cluttered her judgment, and within that mental malaise, the passionate spirit that once embodied her waking hours has physically manifested throughout the base in a mingled cacophony of mangrove and filth. Forward controls are a bumper. Mama. Arbormore. Okay. This is why I insisted on the protocols and procedures to avoid a situation exactly like this one. You know, what have you done?
It's the recipe for a plant poison. Well, if Lucas thought it would do something to the tree, I should do the same. I need to find and mix different vials at the centrifuge.
Tramsolab. Hold on. Vitamin B with selenium, preventative measures. Well, they might not be getting enough light out here. Hyperfortis Why would hyperfortism be a major concern? Is that a problem for space? Neurot, Willcox, and Dec. Ina isn't listed, and neither is her Josie. Oh, Josie Willcox. Okay. No, that makes sense. But he doesn't have the same treatment listed. Which feels odd, because we should be taking notes on your treatment too there, Lucas. Fungal infection minor? Well, let's see what we can dig up. So we need vials.
I'll need Lucas's chemicals to make a mixture.
I'll need more chemicals to make a mixture. Are these not the chemicals? They chose the same color palette. Just putting that out there. Is that the sample he pulled off his boot? Good lord, what size boots does Lucas wear?
Flowers. Whoa! Exploding flowers.
Ah, 2. 2 is the magic number. I learned valuable information.
Flowers. Whoa! Exploding flowers. Oh, shit. The research lab is completely blocked by a polyp. Hold tight, Lucas. There has to be a way to get rid of it. Can't touch the walls, can't open the doors.
Oh, closer than I thought. Alright. Think. Do we have here? Is there something we're missing? Oh, wait. I know what I didn't do. I didn't scan the room. Hello. My first thought would be the vents, but biohazard. Because of course it is. Or are they making a nod towards the Biohazard series? Oh, hold on. Let me put that in English for you. Resident Evil. Okay, that looks more likely the sample he collected. Okay, that makes sense. Well, as ever, Trashkin. When you're not sure how to proceed in an adventure game, start assuming some wild risks and bang your head against a couple of walls and see what happens. Okay, so the problem is we don't have a fast movement option through here. I don't have a distraction or rock I can throw to trigger the proximity. There's a couple of ways you could solve this. Mine would be break out whatever's in this crate and start chucking it until I can see if I can get a chain reaction going, then dash through that, which probably isn't the best choice either. Gotta be something. Oh, ain't that grand. Okay, so I don't have any obvious way by. I think I'm a little stumped, Trashkin, so I'm gonna save us a little bit of time and consult the guide, because once again, there is no shame in consulting the guide. It's just sometimes you're just not getting it. You need somebody to read you in on the plot. Un momento. Okay, it didn't say chemicals, he said vials, which if you look... Oh, there we go. Okay, I was a little ahead of myself.
This could be useful.
Terrific. Just gonna gather all this stuff.
Ugh.
Subtle.
Disgusting.
Ah, an injector. Perfect. Well, it's no hypo spray, but it'll have to do. Okay, rotate. Oof. Ooh, that feels a little tricky.
vials I found won't be enough to make the compound. There must be more of them around here. The vials I found won't be enough to make the compound. There must be more of them around here.
I mean, I assume we can mix the weak poison, stab a vine, and get through, so... Or I missed one. I missed one. That won't do. That might do. Yeah, that's a problem. I doubled up. Is there a center only? No, there is not. I have any freebies for... Hey, I do! Bingo. Yep, that's the correct layout.
The centrifuge will only spin if the contents are balanced.
Oh, you gotta be It's not enough? You want me to balance them too?
The centrifuge will only spin if the contents are balanced.
I'm aware. There. Happy? Ah, there we go. Please tell me this is a checkpoint or somebody's getting punched. Watered down. Hey, it'll do.
Declan, a little hope. Lucas is AWOL, but he was working on a poison. I've got the compound to test out.
Not much but scorched metals and detritus out here. I'd start cataloging, but we're not salvaging. We're walking around a crime scene.
You know, I have to hand it to him for reading that straight, because I'd be a little tempted to put some McCaffrey on it. Put a little Max Payne in it. The scene was a wreck. Nothing but debris and scorched metal. The smell of ozone would have hung in the air if there was enough air for it to hang in. But that's just me. Oh, I'm really sad we're not going to be hearing from that voice actor since they passed. Well, certainly a proud body of work they put together. And according to everyone, they were a delight to work with, so I can think of a far worse way to go out. Oh, right, door! Not Merc flowers. Door! Ahem. Boil. You may wish to look away. Seriously, I expect to get a little...
Oh no. God damn it.
Lucas!
Lucas. Declan.
Damn
Lucas
it.
is dead. Lucas is fucking dead.
Oh, that's a bit worse, I'd say.
He's completely covered in that black fluid. It's everywhere. Pulsing. It's on the walls, on the floor. It's like it knew.
Hey, breathe. Shane, you're not gonna die. Nobody else is gonna die. We
Sure about
just
that?
have to keep going.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I can't deal with this.
Yeah, this is a little beyond the pale. I see somebody drew heavy inspiration from aliens. Well, I say aliens. Isn't it odd that it's not aliens? That Aliens became the franchise and it started with Alien, became Aliens, and then went to Aliens Free. Even the director we hired for this did hang for the final cut. Don't get me wrong, I liked Aliens Free as a kid, just... Lucas. Mission Control wants you to crunch some numbers on a potential future visit to the 2 moons. Think over the logistics of both an Earth launch and Mars launch mission. Work some rough calculations for both scenarios, make this a priority. Also, we have to look at the moon orbits. Phobos should be 1.4 Martian diameters out, with a 7.66 hour. But damn, it's 3.5 diameters and 30.35 hours. But Mission Control says they showed up as significantly closer and faster. Might be a glitch. I'll leave it to you, Josie. Victus team, employees of Manticore, Orochi. There are security protocols that you must not fail to obey. Any Orochi, including this Mars base, is sectioned by security clearance. Not every employee may go to... Oh, yeah. I remember reading that quite a while ago, actually. Is that a human spine? No. That started out human. This bottom bit's way different. Filth spine. Flower. I'm not stupid. You can't fool me. Nice try. Rock. Add to inventory with Mighty Rock. I, again, would like to add the rock to my inventory. It is hefty. Filth has no interest in these plants. Alright. Deployed Manticore's her X-free spectrometer to analyze Martian rock and soil samples to identify the relative abundance of iron-bearing minerals, including carbonates, clays. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that to save my life. I'll look it up and kick myself later. Hydroxides, phosphates, oxides, silicates, sulfides, sulfates. Measurements of the ferric to ferrous ratio. Determination of the properties of magnetic phases, which include the size, distribution of magnetic particles, nanophase versus larger particles in the Martian soil. This data provides information regarding the nature of atmosphere, surface, chemical and physical weathering process involving iron-bearing phases. Why would you FE that? Come on, you're only saving yourself 2 characters. Come on, now. We shall find this relevant in studying the evolution of volatiles and climate over time on Mars, because the surface materials are major volatile sinks. They hold on to volatile chemicals, or rather are affected by them. I'd argue the clay substrata is probably going to get you further, but I am no chemical, nor am I no chemist, nor am I a geologist, but you should see how they gather clay levels, though. It's awesome. No, seriously, like, they build one way of doing it. So there's core sampling, in which you simply drop a heavy core that funks into the bottom of the river, closes, and you hoist up the clay. Another way of gathering it I've seen is, I think, you combine ethanol and dry ice to make this super chilled mixture in this giant wedge that you drop in, and it basically flash freezes the sediment layers as it pierces, so it preserves the sediment layers in such a way you can gather useful data from them. It's fascinating. Let's see. Relevant setting. Right. Volatiles. Mars over time. In point of fact, the problems associated with understanding the evolution of volatiles on Mars is understanding the process in the past or present that are responsible for oxidizing the red planet. What? What? Okay, look, here's the thing. Iron will oxidize on its own. There is no mystery to that. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, but it is always and constantly happening because the tendency of the world is towards entropy. Anything that can happen will, on a long enough timeline, eventually happen. And there's only on a microscopic level, even if it's at a glacier's pace. There's something I feel mayhap Orochi and Manticore know that we don't here. The X-Free spectrometer is a prototype of Manticore. See NDA. Proprietary, gonna proprietary. Performed admirably. We'll write a more in-depth notes on improvements that might be made for future production. As Commander Willcox broadens our exploration, we will analyze a wider array of samples. Alright, then. Right, the NDA. Yeah, enough fun there. Invictus! Joint venture between Anasazi Technologies and Manticore. I don't remember if Anasazi was especially slimy. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, hey, that's new. Something terrible's happening, and she calls out to me. I can hear her taunting. Her voice echoing through the halls. I know I can convince her. I have to. Young Valley 99288. 9928B, I'll need the improved counter agent. Hybrid samples, Moiloa. I probably butchered that. Oh, you know what, Trashkin, hold on. I got time enough to look that up. Oh, I'll be. It can refer to several, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably the bold trumpet shaped in gold and red leafed, or the peace lily. You don't think Funcom are fans of Hot Fuzz, do you? Anywho, I clipped the new specimens. Oh, I clipped from the new specimen. Oh, one of the hybrid samples I clipped from the new specimens is especially dangerous. See, I dropped new specimens. One of the hybrid samples I clipped is especially dangerous. When it blooms, it expels noxious clouds. I initially assumed these were spores of some kind, but aside from a mucousy residue within the chemical composition of composition of saliva, the cloud dissipates quickly. Analysis of the gas shows high levels of tetrodotoxin. Ooh, what's that do? From the small clippings I took, the neurotoxin is not strong enough to cause more than nausea and discomfort, but from a full-grown plant up close, the effects could be fatal. Or, enough of them at once.
He coded a biogauge script. Lucas and Ina both knew this could happen.
Uh-huh. To follow up, I've attached a biogauge script designed to combat exposure to the poison released by the hybrid bloom. Please download for your safety. The bloom reflex is triggered when an organism comes into close proximity. Alternatively, a pulse of high-frequency sound can also trigger the reflex prematurely, allowing the gas to dissipate. For the time being, I took the initiative to pull these plants from the hydroponics so we can talk.
Software updated.
Bingo!
But if Lucas was correct, a quick scan with the biogauge should trigger the plant's bloom with a high-frequency pulse.
Which gives us our means.
That's amazing. Now I can find a way into the greenhouse. Thank you, Dr. Van Buren.
I kind of wish they had done the end scene instead of, bio-gooping him in place. Don't get me wrong, it's harrowing, but, when they're still attached to the wall, it kind of undercuts things just a hair. Well, it ain't pretty. Also, I am horribly embarrassed to mispronounce that genus name. It's apparently named for a volcano? A big deal. I mean, a Hawaiian volcano, anyway. Like the Hawaiian volcano. The goddess of fire and heckin' concern, as I recall. You might ask Ras, why secure that walkway? And I'll tell ya. Because removing hazards is good practice. In case you have to do panicky and silly stuff later. Giving yourself additional means of escape is a good idea. Ultrasound. Get wrecked.
This isn't working. I'll need the stronger poison to get through this door.
Which we'll need to mix over here. Oh, crowbar. Oh, crowbar storage. You have done me so good for so long. Oh, for that to again to be my biggest problem. Alright, so we opened the way. Let's assume that there's at least 1 to 2 vials here. I feel like it would have been here, but... Oh, what we got here? Analyze no set of microbial fossils. Ah, yes. That we've read. Ah, security protocols. Not really what you'd call a priority worry these days. Rock. Still rock. There's materials here, or I'm missing something. Or there's materials here, and I'm missing something. I mean, on the one hand, fortunately, the victim pool here is deeply limited. But how the zero pathogen would manage, like, is it coincidence that Sereno broke up? Because, like, did it need us away? Is it coordinating? I know it can coordinate. Thanks outside knowledge from the secret world. I generally got the impression of being unstable and having, like, one very specific personality attached for a while. But that's me. Maybe this strain doesn't have the same. Maybe there are strains. There's a lot of meander there. Though, to be fair, the secret world isn't going to provide you a lot of answers. More additional questions and trivia. I'm sure there's somebody with the deep lore for the secret world who's like, actually, just go, okay, look, if I could make it on a surface level pass, Trashkin, and mind you, I've played to the end of that game 3 times at this point. Okay, in 3 different ways, because, I made it to the end of the game free Tokyo, if I remember right. I, made it to the end of the game at Tokyo after having to throw out my initial build and completely retool in Transylvania. And when the game stopped being the Secret World and became the Secret World Legends, went free to play and erased everyone's progress, I played from start to finish one more time. So, like, maybe I'm just dense. Hell, I might do a from zero to hero for that someday. Like, the problem with going to Legends was, like, there were a boatload of changes that a lot of people, including yours truly, didn't especially like. There was one thing I liked. Tokyo had its own separate equipment grind, which had separate experiences for each of 6 pieces of equipment. You had free flavor shield and free flavors of, I guess, resonators for your weapons. And you needed to swap them out in combat, not in your inventory, but with a mouse click or a hotkeyed button to cycle them to the correct color code. And each of them gained experience separately. It was kind of a nightmare. I wasn't any good at it. Like, it wasn't terrible as gimmicks go, but I was real glad when I made it to Tokyo for the second time. Of like, oh! Hey, that's gone. Yeah, I'm missing the plot here, Trashkin. Time to consult the guide. Okay. Let's try for the greenhouse. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm missing several somethings. Maybe I need to get a clue. Oh, the other things that got relegated, the big obvious one, was, there were these, secondary weapons. Well, like, specialties. So if I remember right, there was the whip, or utility weapons, basically, where they gave you, like, an additional ability, and you could buy in on it for ability points like you would with your primary abilities and weapons. Like, you had to. Auxiliary weapons, that's what I was trying to think of. But it was the whip, the quantum bracelet, I think, the rocket launcher, and the flamethrower that I remember off the top of my head. I think there was a fifth. But those went the way of the dodo and never popped back up. The problem was, a lot of us really liked having a little extra versatility in our builds. It was like the flamethrower gave you steady AoE and DPS. The rocket launcher delivered some hard-hitting burst DPS or burst damage. The whip added some versatility and some momentum, because like that was endlessly useful, particularly for tanks and some DPS, because like you could rapidly reposition yourself with it. So like if you had to deal with knockbacks, like it was a great way to zip right back into the fight. But I'd say the rocket launcher and the flamethrower are probably the most popular for obvious reasons. The quantum brace, the quantum bracelet, I never quite got the hang of, but like it was a little more magicy-wachicky. I remember like you got two abilities with it, because it would flip when you used one, you'd set up the second. And the effects would vary. It was like chunk o' chaos fury, if you would.
Declan, this is out of control. Even if I could use the poison, the greenhouse door is covered in roots. It's walled off.
Okay, try the emergency airlock by the greenhouse.
Insufficient poison. Okay, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Now that's the airlock. So Damn. Yeah, I might have to consult the guide proper. Let me reread. It looks back at the lab. There should be an eighth tube somewhere around here. I am just really bad at spotting it. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. Ooh, that checked a little. See, I feel the obvious place to put it would be by one of the blooms, but... I got nothing. Trashkin, I'm gonna save you the me search for the test tube routine. There's gotta be somewhere here. Okay, Trashkin, so, I must admit, my powers of observation are clearly lacking, which tells me I should get more caffeine in me before I record during the morning, because I stared right at it and right past
The
it.
final gift. I hope it was worth it. I should head back to the infirmary and synthesize the stronger poison. I'll need to use the centrifuge again.
Alright, let's pull everything. Start afresh. I'm going to interpret that bottom as free. Red was 2 components. So. Get top cluster going. Yeah, that's exactly where we don't need stuff. Right. Whoops. Seems like a good shot. Yeah, guess that's most of the structure we need. I think that'll do. Bingo! Problem
The centrifuge
solved.
will only spin if the contents are balanced.
Tries to find the most elegant solution possible, but the game doesn't like it. Oof, that glitched. What the hell's bells? Now, this is why I should not play before I've had sufficient caffeine in the mornings, Trashkin. This right here. Alright, that won't do. That also won't do. And I don't have any as top and bottom that. Unless. Keep ending up in the same place. I think I'm gonna have to consult the guide again, Trashkin. My brain is just not kicking over. Uno momento. Okay, one crash later, and I think I've got it though. My first and only crash of the game so far.
I'll need to use the centrifuge again.
My brain finally kicked over. I do have the correct solution. There isn't a 4 solution. I forgot you just need to lay them out like a triangle because it's early, Trashkin. Oop, wrong vial. Let me just... Yeah! Then we just... Yeah? There we go. This took me so much longer than it needed to. Boom. Shut it, spin it, and forget it. Rhombopil's viral recombinator. I mean, Rhombopil's chemical recombinator.
Declan, I have what I need. I'm going into the greenhouse, though I'm not sure what to do from there.
Yeah, me neither.
Dump the poison in the water reclaimer?
The reclaimer would... No, you're on the right track. I need to hit it at the source. If I can get to the water filtration system, inject it there, the whole system is poisoned. It could work.
Here we go. Goodbye, cyst. Been terrible knowing you.
It's just a short EVA to the airlock at the back of the greenhouse. Declan, there's no helmet in this airlock, and the only way to the greenhouse is from the outside.
Okay, what about the other airlocks?
They're completely overgrown.
2 seconds, door opening. Approximately 50 meters. Another 2 seconds, atmosphere. 10 seconds.
Oh, shit, I know what you're thinking, but I can't...
This is a
Your earplugs
terrible
will prevent
idea.
your drums from rupturing. Exhale completely. You'll have to sprint. It's only minus 19 Celsius and no risk of frostbite. It's theoretically possible.
This is the worst idea ever.
Action movie time! There it is. Keep it pumping. Quickly, quickly, quickly. What's the button? Lung capacity. I was gonna say, so help me God, if there is a helmet there, I'm going to punch someone.
I'm here. I'm freezing. Headache is back. My ears are ringing. I should be dead.
Jesus, slow down. Fuck, catch your breath, please. Are you good?
Okay.
Tell me you're good. Can you walk at least?
I'm still standing. Hoping I'm not going into shock. I lost 40 years in 10 seconds.
Okay, we'll get you looked at as soon as we can. Hang in there.
Alright, Trashkin. That's gonna do it for me right now. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go hit my trash heaping shift, and I'm gonna come back to this, because clearly my brain isn't kicking on. It's not running all 4 cylinders right now, so a little time should hopefully clear that up. So I'll be right back with you, Trashkin. Alright, Trashkin. We got a tree to poison. Oh, great, right back in the filtration. Oh. Well, fortunately, we still have the Duck's card on us.
It's gotten worse, Declan. Way worse. I'm going to the water purifiers. I hope it'll be enough.
Well, after what you just did, you better fucking kill that thing.
What? What are you on about? Alright, well, that much is easy. Give my poor adult brain a chance to just enjoy the scenery. You know, that scan wave seems to be kind of limited compared to the scans themselves, but... well... sure do seem to have some pretty potent poison available to us. Keep wanting to jump every time I see a low root. Maybe that's just a rasp problem. Oh, lucky me. That didn't even scorch me that time.
Shane, there's a
Lucky.
body here.
Jesus.
The impact site is a smoldering mess, and we don't really have the time or the equipment to search through all this.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Mars sucks.
Yep. That's about the gist of my field report. What's with the pathing?
There are 2 filtration tanks down here. Gotta inject them both. We'll see if it works.
Oh, that hasn't moved. On the off chance there's any Lucy's around here. And 2.
Whoa. Declan, it really didn't like that. The poison is already polluting the water supply.
Oh, that's a win. Now get up to the environmental control console and dump the entire reservoir on that bastard.
I don't know if that's a good idea all at once, but...
Shane, we found something. Josie saw a door along the escarpment near the crash site. She wants to check it out.
A door?
Carved out of the cliff. It's massive. I told her we need to recon with you, but she's fixated on this.
Orochi has secrets upon secrets. It is Orochi, right?
Apparently, we're going to find out.
Yep, that away. Alright. Dump it.
Did that do it? No, it's still alive, but I can get closer now.
Whoa! Yikes! Hi, Anna!
Dr. Volkova?
Yep.
Ina? No. No! It can't be her. No way.
Oh, I'm pretty sure yes. My life just got a whole lot rougher. Here it goes. Okay, was there something I missed over here? Game. Clue me in. Game. Game, have you lost the plot? Oh. Oh, I see. Crowbar! 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 She has a warp stump! Oh my god! This is so delightfully strange!
Come, that awaits you.
Not this weekend. Oh, no. Ina, look, as much as death sounds tempting, I'm good.
Don't hurt my children.
Ina, you gotta take me a little less seriously. Crowbar! Is there anything this crowbar can't do? My goodness. You don't think it being orange is a reference to Half-Life, do you? Ah, okay. Again, but better. Such a mess, but it's so entertaining.
Come, that awaits you.
Yeah, it doesn't. Alright, do your thing.
My children.
Ina, I want you to know this is nothing personal. Hook.
Arcus, I was wrong. I thought I could contain it.
Declan, it's Volkova. She's being controlled by the tree. She is the tree.
What the hell? How?
The tree, her specimens, the black infection everywhere. She's not even human anymore.
Kill me. Please. Kill me.
Okay, Ina. How much I can do for you? Did you really need to do that, game?
Shane, can you access Ina's files?
I just saw Ina the other day. She wasn't like this.
Shane, focus. The Cyrano crash, the black oil, the plant life expanding exponentially. This doorway, It's all connected.
Where are you? I'm coming. I'm getting out of here.
No. You need to access Ina's computer and find out exactly what she was up to.
My God, are you kidding me?
Shane, think. The Cyrano is gone, and our resupply with it. If the main base goes down, we're all dead. If Volkova's research still poses a threat, we need to know.
You want to find out what she was up to? You come and do it yourself. I don't care.
Hey, listen, I know you've been through a lot. I'm sorry. We all have.
You're right. I bet the seats on the rover are just unbearable.
Hey, listen, buddy, I've spent all afternoon picking up whatever pieces I could find on the Cyrano crew. Don't act like you're the only one who's having a tough day.
Anytime you want to trade places, you be my guest.
Oh, fuck off.
Enough!
And the
Both of
breaking.
you, Dr. Newhart, do you
Hi,
read
Cap.
me?
Commander Willcox.
Your primary objective is to assess any further threat to the base. Volkova was clearly hiding things from us. Use her security clearance to obtain whatever information you can find. You are to remain at base and radio your findings to your off-site team. Copy?
Yes.
Copy.
Copy.
We're headed to the cliffside doorway. If there's proof of intelligent life on Mars, I want to know. I want everyone to know. Declan, you're on comms.
Got it. Hey, sorry to be a dick.
Yeah, me too. All right. I can do this.
I mean, if I were to start somewhere, it'd be Volkova's computer.
Right. I'll check with her station in the research lab. Maybe she left a note or something.
You got this.
Oh, now Ina's PC's on. Control. For many months, I have doubted the efficacy of the work I do here on Mars. I know why I was recruited for this position. I am undeterred by the obvious scrutiny and surveillance of Orochi officials. The greenhouse is restricted in size, limited, amateurish in equipment, and I am asked to participate in menial tasks and events which remove me from my work. However, a recent breakthrough has allowed my experiments to blossom, and now I demand the limitless potential of unregulated extraplanetary research, which Orochi promised be fully realized. Attaches a preliminary listing of results and a prospectus for the goals of Project AGC. In brief, growth control. Ugh. The Z pathogen changes its size based on external stimuli. The Z pathogen, whether attached to a host organism or isolated, can be trained to repeat tasks, overcome aversion to stimuli, and perform simple functions with positive reinforcement. The potential applications of this discovery is, as you're most definitely aware, groundbreaking. Thank you. Volkov. Recent success and contributions to the study of filth in relation to plant life have been proven invaluable to our cause. I've instructed Control to accumulate your findings in the Archive Center. I've taken the liberty of assigning your project the code name Arbormore, a designation more in line with our mission. You are granted security clearance to the Argus faculty. Code is un momento. Notepad. Never not useful, Trashkin. Just less or more depending on the day. 5538. Set that aside. She will... Alright. This gives autonomy from Commander Willcox, though she does not know the extent. She will not have access to your notes or communications at this level, including this email. Disclosure will result in immediate revocation of clearance. On Mars, you are free from the strictures and eyes of the most secure, of even the most secure Orochi facilities. Security facilities only dream of. Use that freedom. Do not make me regret this decision, Father. I just like veiled threats. I just like your silly code names and your corporate slang. The filth. Orochi group from its eight-headed monster name on down overindulges in such grandiosity. It is demeaning. When I succeed, I will not be bringing you the horizon. When I succeed, it'll be because I demystified the filth. Such awesome force should not be debased with pet names. The 0-point pathogen is marginally better. Henceforth, I will refer to the substance as Z-Path. When I understand it better, I will gain it will gain a more clinical designation. When I succeed, policy will dictate excising these pet names from our tongues. When I succeed, I will set the policy. When I succeed, it will be my favor that you so laboriously carry. Dr. Volkov, if you succeed, you will have all that and more, Father. Call elevator. Oh dear.
Declan, there's an elevator. In the center of the research lab. The server room has an elevator.
Oh, shit.
Secrets and secrets.
Times.
No wonder she kept this spot locked. She don't want anyone snooping.
I'm heading down.
It's about to get weird. Service tunnel? Processing? Armory? There's an armory? I know we're on a wacky secret Mars base, but... Oh, Arboretum. Well, ain't that a droid? Well, any off chance.
Shit, not that thing again.
Warning. Level 4 security protocol. All personnel access restricted.
The whole system locks down if the security camera spots me. Maybe I can connect to it with the biogauge.
What? What? Whoa! Action Man!
Fuck.
This is gonna be problems.
Unauthorized access. Unauthorized access. Security en route. Please await lethal response.
Shane, we made it to the door. Definitely not Orochi. Ancient. But they've been here. There's equipment near the base and there's a strange artifact on a pedestal. If they found a way inside, there's gonna be record of it.
I'll see what I can find out.
Assembly.
Huh, is that a circuit box beyond the door?
plus ones don't really
Oh
mean
my
anything.
God. Declan, there are layers to this place. An entire complex. I can't believe this was right under our feet.
Josie was right. Volkova knew.
This can't be real.
Oh, it gives you unlimited time to slip. That is creepy. Well, if I don't need to disturb the robot. Excavation for Argus faculty or her facility are complete. The central robotics hub is at full capacity with better than expected model rotation and mechanical degradation. Her well within tolerances, air circulation systems in visitor area, and interrogation are operational. Interrogation? With a proprietary mountain stream scent added to oxygen supplies. Security systems online and assigned alert designation based on Manticore guidelines, ready for inspection. No current expansions at this time. Increase in field malfunctions has slowed progress on transit systems for subterranean offices. While not outside expected range, the specificity and consistency of repairs needed has been logged. Suspicious activity submitted to control. Resources have been diverted to drilling operations following the recent discovery of an ice vein. Geothermal systems have increased significantly during this period, and energy systems have been fully converted from the secondary solar to underground systems. No wonder we're having brownouts. Central hub, main fac, operations, laboratory, containment, geothermal, functional but nowhere near complete. Transit system, Eden Site A and Eden Hub. Fascinating. Thank you for the greeting. Invictus, how's the LZ? Landing site is clear. It's a little dusty, but it's home. Systems check says we're good for approach. Current course puts us in atmosphere at 0842. Well, we'll be sure to give you a proper miles welcome. Over. Marge Angelis 1 here. Next check-in at 0830. 10-4 Angelis. Serrano set for check-in at 0830. 0830. Affirmative. At this time, make sure your seats and trays are in their fully upright position. Over. Calibrating comms in 3, 2, 1.
They disturb the divine engine, disrupt the barrier, seek a well of knowledge that swallows up, out the ally.
Oh, hey, Filth Thief.
Fragile minds scattered to the vacuum, extinguished by the breath of the moons.
We're not doing this.
Override. Ejector. Interior glass. Translate. Okay, that tears it. I gotta look that up. Un momento. Yeah, it's for sleep. Short-acting benzodiazepam, or diazepam, used to treat insomnia. Bingo. She had access to all the comms. Continues to be Site 9 continues to be the focus of Mars operations. The artifacts recovered have been invaluable. Icarus team reports unprecedented preservation of pieces that have been carbon dated over 30,000 years ago. Secrecy has been difficult to maintain, but no authorization has been given for Invictus team clearance. Created Wade. Geese relief. Or pedestal, serpentine statuette, obsidian pendant, basalt andesite, olivine, carbon residue, serpentine. Water sources, basalt deposits, promising. Boatload of basalt samples. Oh, I see. quite picking up what I need to do here. Uno momento, Trashkin.
Conveyor
Okay,
belt.
that just took
I
a
should
little
be
more
able to get
fiddling
through
than
the room next door
expected.
if I head back.
Oh, hey, how's it going, bot? Just let me action man you real quick. Oh, instant death? That's embarrassing. Wasn't that empty before? Oh, no, you were just inactive. Okay, I see.
That turned on the conveyor belt. I should be able to get through the room next door if I head back.
Oh, the conveyor. But I'm feeling high tension about this. Automated intervention, invented system failure. Android models are designed for evacuation functionality. For protocol. That just enables security? Terrific! That makes life simpler.
Must be Volkova's lab. Smells like gasoline and fertilizer.
Because it is! Alright, don't step on the Z pathogen. Got it! While we wait for that jelly screen to fade. Again with Isoflora DNA, possibility of creating decades worth of mangrove tree root networks within days or even hours, and the ability to control their patterns. One could weave a root network that could protect whole eroding coastlines from waves and storms. Today, I will make my first introduction between Isoflora and Z-Path. It's the first time I've smiled in a long time. The warmth burns my cheeks. Progress is exponential with access to real equipment. Keeping my excursions minimal to preserve secrecy is a necessary evil. I suppose Dr. Van Buren continues to assist me in the greenhouse. He may be suspicious of my sudden focus on plant growth formulae, but he remains preoccupied with protocols and failsafes. The places Z-Path can take us are boundless. I believe it's the key to reaching a place where we can swap sequences of prokaryotic cells, bacteria, eukaryotic cells, plant animal cells, as freely as we leave as a weaver splices threads on a loom. There we go. So Rhizophora feeds. The Z-Path grows more comfortable. I recognize the improper terminology, but it is clear. Its movements are less erratic. It breathes calmly, slowly. The roots expand at a constant rate. The leaves extend and flex. Reactions to magnetic pulses are less severe. Today I moved my hand. I reached for an instrument that wasn't within my reach. I'm unsure why. There was no scientific impulse or protocol for it. Possibly sleep deprivation. I reached to pick up a laser diode. 5 feet away, as naturally as if it were in my back pocket. But it wasn't in my hand that grasped the instrument. It was the Z-Path. 2 thin tendrils extended outward from the valerian blossom to scoop it up. The tendrils swiftly curved and extended through the air, then deposited the diode in my hand and retreated. The valerian, unable to extend as quickly, altered its stem structure to grow a thin vine-like piece which drooped to the counter as the tendrils receded again. I will attempt this experiment again tomorrow once I have rested. Even my sensibilities have limits. I question whether I dreamed the entire event. The infected mice, the enlightened specimen, the Z-Path makes them grow stronger. Just like the mango tree, they voraciously search for food. Their forms surprisingly similar, less chaotic than the others. The protuberances, tentacles, extend outward from their mouths. Their ligaments contort beneath their skin as they stand bipedal. Am I creating them? They resemble sunflowers, seed-like teeth and slithering petals. They crave my affection and demand my attention like children, like pets. Did they snarl at Lucas when he kissed me? Not in front of the kids, I said. But are they my children? Are they not all my children? The Rhizophora, the Valerian, Solanum lycoperiscum, Ammonophilia, Brebigal Veal Iglata, Musmocus, they have all shared in my blood, sucked the sweat from the tips of my fingers. I tell them how to grow, and they stretch outward to the infinite. The connection is undeniable. Betrayal. The Z-Path spoke to me today, not in words, but I felt it as it moved along the walls of Argus 1. I could taste the metal on my tongue as it slithered into the cracks between the seams. I told it to stop, and it obeyed, patiently waiting for me to descend to in the elevator. My daughter was excited to see me. I wanted to show me something. A computer monitor flashed, and I saw Dr. Van Buren standing over the roots of the mangrove, injecting serum into it. My body shuddered. The Z-Path trembled. How could he betray us like this? We'll make him suffer for this. I've made a decision. I can't understand why I hesitated so long. Why did I allow them to control me? I will escape this prison. Orochi seeks to contain me. Lucas destroys my children. The walls themselves betray me, moving closer, stifling my work. This frail human body betrays me. Tired, sleepless, the muscles ache and twist. Circulatory and nervous systems trembling, so I can feel my heartbeat shuddering. My plants feel the vibrations that travel on vectors our feeble senses have yet to even discover. They call out to me, my children. It has already begun. My child, I touched its hand. The blackness encircled my wrist. The Z-Path swirled into my system, and it speaks to me in tones. It beckons me to the mangrove tree. And there we will embrace. Together we will remove all impediments. The work will be glorious. Oh, Doc. Anna was not well. Sympathetic connection, like pure mind-to-mind empathy, which sounds awesome, and it kind of sort of is, but nothing terrifying about this. We have a job to do, but I count 7 bodies. Declan. And when we make it home, and we will make it home, I won't rest until I bullet into every single skull responsible for this. Shane's on it. You weren't serious back there, were you? I'll see what I can find out. Shane. We made it to the door. Definitely not Orochi. So that was off mic. It looks ancient, but they've been here. There's equipment near the base, and there's a strange artifact pedestal. If they found a way inside, there's going to be a record of it. Let's go. Yes, this can't be real. Josie was right. Volka, no. Declan, there are layers to this place, an entire complex. I can't believe this was right under our feet. They knew what Volkova was doing was fucking dangerous. They didn't care. She didn't care either. Are you hearing this shit? I'm heading down. I've walked by it 100 times. Declan, there's an elevator in the center of the research lab room. The server room has an elevator. So she was scanning. She was always a step ahead. Yoink.
The CEO of Orochi? Holy shit, why is this here?
Simple Chandra. Why is this here? Un momento. Oh, yep, that tracks. That is Secret World Biz too. Go to Icarus. Excavations continue, although progress is hampered by drilling equipment shorts and droid malfunctions. Control has been authorized to increase in NDK-13 series droid prevalence. Damaged units have been noted, but the continued push has made it necessary to leave these units behind. Current objective is to discover the source of a centralized energy anomaly. Recent incident during infrared mapping, NDK-13.09A, reported critical systems failure before complete deactivation. Upon attempted recovery, NDK-1387B video feed displayed the droid shattered into pieces, rendered unsalvageable, distinctive teeth marks, traces of carving material, saliva. Locked with control. Pyramidal marker, unresponsive. Deterioration renders dating negligible. Potential items here are indistinct, poor quality. Analysis of site, incomprehensive. Site closed. Assess, reassign, and assets reassigned to geothermal excavations near Biblis Patera. Additional assets diverted to Site 9 and excavation operations underway. Site 9 has been upgraded to the highest priority. Initial visual inspection shows an expansive entryway with carvings that suggest a combination of mechanical and hand tooling. The bas-relief murals are carved directly into the natural gneiss. I know it has a pronunciation. Hold on, Trashkin. Oh, okay, nice. As in, yeah, like one of the oldest rocks on Earth is tonalite. Nice, and I've heard it. I haven't seen it written, so that makes more sense now. Directly into the natural gneiss and ovaline deposits from that form the cliff face. Each of the tall columns and pedestals displayed a detailed frieze featuring repeated phrases in what appears to be a three-dimensional language structure. M90 Badger 2 dispatched to cave in near the entrance. X-ray reveals several side tunnels and entranceways which should provide Passage to deeper areas. Okay.
Okay, I think I found what we're looking for.
Copy. We're at the device now.
The network used an algorithm to brute force a solution. The key requires a high-frequency vibration. Tune your biogauge scanner output to 31 kilohertz.
Got it. There we are. And we have an activated Martian artifact. We're in business, Shane.
Nothing here says what the next step is.
Now you got us this far. We'll figure it out from here. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Shane.
Dr. Shane Newhart, elite spy operative, taking care of business.
Elite? Oh boy.
Nope, I can't move this one. I don't think I have a choice. Just go for it.
Isn't this going to be a fine dance number? No! Well. That's bad. So I have to release the security lockdown, but the security lockdown being released means the security's back online. Ain't that grand? Oh, nope. Oh, that threw me a ways back. Oh. Trashkin, I think this is a fine time to take a break, and I'll debate whether or not I'm getting further into this one later. But I think we ran way over time, so I guess here is a natural breaking point. Well, that's what I get for pushing it, isn't it? Sometimes you bump up against a limit, and you just need to take a break. So, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. We'll be back at noon tomorrow, but if you'd like to know exactly when that happens, you can always subscribe, join the Trashkin and I around the trash fire on the regular, and hit the bell to get a little reminder, if that's useful to you. If not, hey, that's your call. If you're already subscribed, but still feel like helping out the channel, well, shares help us out tremendously, because YouTube really doesn't bump Let's Play content these days, unless you're already huge. We're tiny. So, word of mouth is our life's blood around these parts. So, a timely share in the appropriate venue or mentioning us to a friend, always helpful. Likes and dislikes burn equally in the trash fire in the algorithm, keeping the trash fire burning bright and the algorithm off our backs. And of course, comments are a valuable source of feedback. Let me know somebody's watching, and let me interact with you directly, because, you know, sometimes I don't mind hearing about your day or what you got up to while you were watching the video. You know? Makes my day some of the time. A lot of the time, actually. Always nice, and the feedback's invaluable, because let's face it, Trashkin, have you ever tried getting usable data out of YouTube? Because I have. That way madness lies. We've got plenty more to keep you entertained, if you have the time, in terms of Let's Plays, but if you do have to depart us now, help yourself to a snack and a drink. Remember to fold up your camping chair. We'll have need of that soon enough. And don't forget to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games. Good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.